On this episode of Eye in the Sky, we've got open water combat, helicopters falling from the sky, the best high ground fire support, and close quarter firefights. This is Scorpo, and it's the Americans up against the Russian VDV. The US have their 1st Brigade Combat Team, 10th Mountain Division, and infantry and mobility is the name of the game. Taking advantage of quick repositions with the MRAPs decked out with tow missiles, 50 cals, and 40 mic grenade launchers. They'll be up against the VDV's 150th Support Battalion, who are also opting for light armor support with a fleet of BTRs and BMDs, and as a support battalion, they'll also be able to build 2 halves and 2 ATGMs per fob, which should help with their map control. Both teams will be fighting across this map, Scorpo Random Advanced and Secure V1, with the VDV starting at the southwest corner, bottom left of your screen. This is an enormous map, and the objectives are more or less coastal for today, following the main road, meaning that although map control will be important, keep an eye on the mountains south of water storage, for example, if you have too much of your team getting bogged down on the hills and not playing for the objectives that are along these quickly accessible roads, these objectives could fall very, very quickly. We'll be on board with the VDV's command comms, meaning that you'll hear all the squad leaders talking on the radio, and they'll be blue on the map. The Americans will be red, and that's the rundown. Now, let's get into the action. All right, the rollout, as I was going to say, just started. It's been about a minute or so. Nothing's really happened. Scorpo is a massive map, so we are just now, we can see Red 3 in the Black Hawk helicopter heading on out, and it looks like, whoa, they're going to set up a fob south side of the map, and this is an intersection which can pretty much hold this north-south road all the way up to water storage, also the tunnel systems. We can see 3 moving out there as well. Oh, actually, that's a blue 3 move mark. Okay, red 3 is just circling around. You can see Rotom washed, just circling around. 3 moving out here towards the blue 3 move mark to set up a blue fob. Once again, a pretty good position to set up. Good control. It's going to be a little too far to really do anything.
Headed towards shipyard. Looks like he's high.
Oh my god. Oh my god, the lucky guy.
Oh my god!
Command chat went from absolutely dead silent in the staging phase to now just talking about nothing. A fleet of VDV boats
we're finally capping the back.
are also pushing out, and they are just around the north side of Leah onto Bourneset Shipyard. We can see blue 5, blue 8. Oh, and 8 has all of the 2 Logi boats, and then there's 2 other, I believe it's the PKM ribs there. Red 1 moving up with the Mat V. So, as you saw in the intro, this is the 10th Mountain, and it is all Mat Vs. I actually don't think it's that bad of a call to go Mat Vs. That way you can have a lot of transportation to get in and around all the different spots in Scorpo, but we'll just have to see. A lot of the times, though, what can happen is players will use them, they'll just abandon the vehicles. Vehicles will then just get killed by RPGs, and it'll be a little iffy.
We're hunting for one, we don't see anything yet though.
Mad V getting in position, and this bend might be a little bit of trouble because there's the Logi opens up. Infantry spilling out, and oh no, they hit the tree. You see the comms say we just got ambushed by a tank. That is not a tank. That's a little Mat V, and the 50 cal is overheating, but doesn't need to worry. Easy kill to start the game off, and that is a picture perfect ambush. While grenade actually hits the bottom of the Mat V, there must have been one surviving member of the Logi who spilled out, and yes, we can see Jojo the jet plane out there. Very lucky, might be able to get his buddies up, but that is a rough start for the VDV, and this is how these Mat Vs can cause a lot of trouble. And hold on a second, once again, I believe Red 3 in the Black Hawk, yet there is no infantry or any crewmen in that Black Hawk, so not able to use any type of machine gun to knock out a boat. Just gonna be scouting. You see the KT squad, they've dropped a rally next to their Mat V, and they're going back for more. Stevie D and Cons.
I don't know why we don't have any BMP squads. That kind of sucks.
Yeah, all of our armor's sitting at home. That's crazy.
Oh no, is that true? All of the armor. And that's a lot of armor, a lot of BTRs, the AA VIX as well, and then BMPs. That is a huge, huge loss for the VDV.
Some armor.
And it's not that you need to necessarily roll all of them out. I mean, there's a lot of vehicles here, but you need to have some presence to help deal with these Mat Vs. This is a lightly armored American team, and with 0 armor for the Russians, as that SAW opens up. No, not SAW, 240 Bravo rather, opens up. Ooh, loses a tire. I think it actually missed the hull of that Mat V, just that front right tire. So very lucky not to get engine, but now you got a 50 cal inside and a 240 Bravo on the outside, and infantry are now dismounting, and this is going to be an overrun unless something crazy can happen from the top deck. Canadian shoots an RPG, gunner gets killed, and now you have the FOB was overrun for a second. Sensible Circle came in. Hans is reloading. Whitaker, can he finish it off? No, he can't. Hans with the quick draw. And the FOB was overrun, but with Hans, the only one inside, it is no longer overrun. You can see on the timer about maybe 10 seconds before you'll have people spawning in. Hans with a quick bandage. A lot of infantry out here. If he had one of his... Oh, 9 spawns in. And Hans, I'm trying to see where the... Oh, they're on the radio. That's why. And his feet are sticking out.
Shipyard?
Silly 6.
Fix that. Can we fix that, please?
Silly 6 nearly able to just take a shot at his ankles.
Yeah, they're on the radio.
Oh, and he turns around
There's a whole squad here.
with the RPG in hand. And Cons is now the last man up. GOP Marcus.
Wag mo na, wag mo na. Baril lang, baril guns up.
Do I need to put a radio here? Hey, Leah.
Tingin north, tingin north.
You might have to. They plumb rush shipping yard. There's only a couple of us defending it.
Marcus coming around. You need to keep your rifle up. Good little burst fire, and Marcus goes down. And the Blackhawk, I think, just got sniped.
What'd you die from, squad 4 or 3, whatever the other heli is?
No clue. Something fast.
Not even sure where that came from. I'm trying to see if there's any ATGM fob up already. If that was actually from Regsy, that is an insane shot. That might have been from Regsy. That's the only thing that makes sense, because that's the only Tomat V I'm seeing on the map. And if so, that is an absolutely crazy shot with the Tomat V. So Russians have lost their fob. You now have 7 Morgan with Rix and Casilli. The main issue you have is this is such a large map, and in order to try and get up and back into the forward position, you need the helicopters, which just got shot down, or wheeled Vix. Unfortunately, there's only a couple of transports left back at main for the VDV, and now as Kumu comes back up, they're going to have a little bit of a safer way to dig down this radio. Kumu picking up Hans, and then maybe even... No! Hans goes down. Another ATGM flies right by. But Rix knocked out one, and now you just have Cons up. Casilli goes down to Cons, and you have another ATGM. This might have been the original shot. Out on the island, you can see him reloading. Yeah, Tomat V out on the island.
What's it look like over there?
We're gonna lose this radio. We only got one guy left. And he's got like 5 enemies here.
Where should I pull up?
They're all directly in our half.
So Cons is doing something.
It's only one tap V. That's all it is with a squad.
Oh, I was going to say, I thought he was going to do a little bit of a big brain move. They have elected not to dig down the radio, but instead...
They're For some reason, they left the radio up and they just drove away, so I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, they've left the radio up. I thought he was going to block the Mat V with the in front here, so it would be hard to get inside and then finish digging the radio. Instead, the radio is up. It's not spawnable. And the tow Mat V is trying to hit the boats now. Oh, no, it's not a boat. It's an MTLB or a BTR. And this is not the view you want if you're a little amphibious BTR. There's a tow coming straight for you from the island. And just able to spin and hit the front right. And I actually think it might have missed. It might have impacted the water. Oh no, you are hearing a little bit of smoke, so that is a good impact. Major components not destroyed yet, and the little BTR that could. Reload should be just about done now for that tow Mat V. And unless they have run out of ammo, this is going to be a perfect shot. Oh, I'm not seeing him. He's still there. You're gonna tell me you can hit a helicopter while it's flying with a tow, but not a slow-moving little amphibious BTR. Tow Mat V. What are you doing here?
That's what happened to me.
And it sounds like another vehicle pops. Maybe another helicopter. I'm not seeing any helicopters right now for the VDV. Both helicopters are down, and so that was definitely from Red 6. And here we go. Tow Mat V finally comes in. And it is on fire. They need to dismount somehow and get that fire out, but I don't think they're going to make it.
Vehicle in. I'm not sure what type it is, though.
We're at
Shipping yard on our habs that are down right now.
They're going to try to dismount quick now.
Are they not on the? They're not on the radio.
And they're not going to be able to.
No,
They're
left it for
stuck.
some reason. I don't know why.
Trying to get off before it cooks off.
They don't know where it's at.
And they lose them both. Little too close to the explosion.
Couldn't know where it's at. It's out in the open pretty much.
And this early pressure has really affected the Russians here. Cons is back, so they brought the Mat V back to the rally for what is it? Who is this? Red 1. Red 1 rally. Center your screen. It looks blue 1. No, that's Red 1. Red 1 rally. They brought the Mat V back in order to shuttle the infantry back over and then work on the rally, or and then work on the radio. And it looks like it's actually going to pay off. Rally in the perfect position to not get squashed by infantry coming in. And oh no, Canadian min arms. He actually, his RPG hits one of the metal grates.
Hey, there's a bunch of them in the building. 2 vehicles as well.
I'd like this hat to get up. So...
Radio probably has 40 seconds max.
We're not gonna do so hot until we pass the third one.
RPG right into the front of that, or actually the rear of the Mat V, so probably not doing too much damage. He's going to try to maybe peek for the helmet. And just barely missing him with that 240. Infantry going to run around, and they're going to get blasted by the 50 as well. Got a whole squad here. Oh, and he goes for the frag grenade, or the frag round, and perfect. 50 cal though opens up and knocks out one. And the radio has bled out. Good work by KT squad with the Mat Vs, really putting that light armor to work. Richard James is the only one left here on the point. He will knock out Stevie. But VDV with a really tough start to the game, and they're already down to 222 tickets. compared to the Americans' 302, and that is mainly in part because you have 1, 2, 3, 4 objectives secured by the Americans, and the Russians, not only do they just have these 2, but wait, they have 2. Sorry, this 3, but it's also the majority of the map is now just American control. They have so much presence and ability to just shoot anything that's going to move with these multiple Mat Vs. I think they have 2 tow Mat Vs. No, one 240 and then 1 tow. But the tow on the south side hills, and then also the island, which is probably rearmed. And yes, he is rearming and on his way back. But good work to at least give the Americans a really big leg up. Newt and Ty the Timmy trying to push out towards water storage. This is the center point, by the way. So water storage, the 4th cap, and you have Red 8 trying to set up a fob to defend water storage. Newt goes down. So Hat not able to take out this Logi, but now you have
We got plenty of tickets yet. We got, what, another
the
80 tickets we can
BMD
Yeah, they're like
coming in. BMD1 going to make quick work of the Mat Vs.
I mean, it's up to you guys. I don't mind playing a defensive game if we want to let them come down here, or since they're
And you know
already
what?
there.
I actually like Command right now.
We got enough tickets. We may as well try something, though. We might as well let somebody try something.
Unless they might get talked out of it.
This truck right here is just bringing masses.
But Command is saying, you know what? We're kind of out of position. And what is going on with this BMD? I am so confused. Is the BMD
Do it.
going to lose to a 50 cal? Are they just going? Are they going away? What is happening?
Walk, grab that truck and bring it up.
Did they lose their? No, I don't. I am so confused at what's going on. You have a Mat V with a 50 cal, 2 RPG soldiers, and a BMD, and this BMD is now showing its side, and that's going to be an easy shot. Heat round actually goes off, and it hits the back of the warehouse. What is happening?
Hey, pull up and kill these Vicks in here, Por.
What is going on?
There's 2 trucks in there.
AK finally mops them up, but an absolute disaster class in vehicle work by the VDV finally around impacts the Mat V in the second one, or final one, third one, I think. There you go. 1, 2, third time's a charm. And holy smokes, if this is how it's gonna go, then yeah, it doesn't matter. Attack, defend, it's gonna be a rough go for the VDV.
Somewhere close by.
KT squad in the house nearby. They still have their... Oh, no, Red 1 rally has finally gotten squashed, and that is very good for the Russians. VDV needs to be careful because they need to start getting a little bit of pressure onto water storage, because you can see Red 5 has set up a fob just above us here. There it is. And the less map control the VDV has, the more they're going to get just bowled up in here. You can see it's commonly called a fishbowl. You just kind of work around the objective, and then you got them in a fishbowl. You can't really push out. You just get killed. It becomes a ticket meat grinder where the defenders, you might not even lose the cap, but you just lose tickets and tickets and vehicles as they try to come in as well. And this is a very good position for 5. I'm not going to lie, I was very, seeing them pick the 10th Mountain, I was very unsure, because a lot of the times this 10th Mountain pick just turns into these Mat V ticket dumps. Just 5 tickets here, 5 tickets there. And because there's so many of them, players stop thinking that the Mat V deaths are important, when by the end of the round, you're going to lose a dozen to 20 vehicles, and that adds up. But Americans doing really well right now. Epsilon Mats and Morgan with the BMD1 as well. And you see 8 coming in. There's a lot of harassment, and people might be complaining, well, hey, Moi, isn't this main camping?
Can I get a ride from the chopper?
I think it's a little cheesy. I think it's cheesy, but Course Nesset is the first point, and then you have a lot of stuff right here. It is a little cheesy, but it's okay. It's okay.
I'm not seeing a hab yet.
Tomat V has moved on. I'm not seeing it. He's repositioned to.
Observe moving down, or moving north. 7. It's near you.
Where is he? He's just right up here. Oh, he's a bit further. Oh, and that's where the grenades are coming in from. Americans have set up on the cliffs, overwatching.
On my move as well, guys.
I don't even know if they'll be able to hit something from this far. But they're overwatching, and there goes the ATGM. Perfect shot on the BTR.
I know, no, I'm just taking.
And it's engined as well. And if he's quick on the draw, knowing that that's engined, you might want to just focus on this helicopter off to your front left.
Here on my move.
Another round, let's go.
RPG looping up.
Everyone's backing away from it.
Yeah, I cannot find their hab. I don't see a hab.
Saying, get the heli, get the heli.
Water supply.
Might want to get the heli. Heli might be able to get out of it.
A few dudes in the middle of it, but
And just misses. Heli with a nice little turn out. Just quick enough. And Red 6 has a perfect vantage point. RPG from way downtown. Oh, I thought it was looping upwards. Might have been a 50 cal round that just deflected.
Help on the attack hab.
That's what I'm trying to tell the chopper for a while.
But so this is where we heard these grenades exploding. So you have the Tomat V right here, and then here's that 40 mic just opening them up.
Looks like there's.
And rounds actually impacting, so good small arms trying to return fire and stop with the 40 mic suppression. Can we get like almost like a helmet cam? Like what you got there, bud?
Do you think it's taking the Logi out?
There, maybe like if we could just attach up the helmets, that'd be so cool.
Are you still able to put a tool on top of the crane? Does it
The animation for this grenade machine gun, by the way, is just so cool. Very well made model. Reload animations are awesome. ATGM coming again for the transport, I believe, and there it goes.
Where? Definitely at the factory.
Oh, what is this? I have never seen this. Scorpo by Zeno. So Zeno is a map maker. He's actually Norwegian. And so I believe he's from Scorpo. This map has been in game for I don't even know how long now. Years, right? 5 years?
Yeah, let's
4 years? I've never seen this. That's hilarious. So there you go, guys. Become a map maker. Write your name on the maps where people play. Well, that's hilarious.
Keep going.
Fuck having a remote weapon system for machine gun. Fucking slaughter.
So we're gonna let Red 6 continue their harassment because what we're seeing on the far north side should be pretty interesting. You have an AA Vic. Center of your screen, barely visible. It's an AA vehicle right off the coast. And I don't know if these boats are even aware that it's there. This AA Vic can absolutely dumpster these boats. You have a machine gun boat as well as a logistics boat. They're trying to get a sneaky fob on the north side, and they're going to come right into view of this AA vehicle. It should be open
that dude's
season.
Gotta die there. I need this fucking guy dead, dude. Immediately.
This is your moment. He opens up on the
Pissing me
rear
off.
one.
I got 5 minutes for already, boys.
And that's actually the
Can't take
Logi
water
boat.
Storage without it. Let me know. Drop a marker and I'll drop it.
Copy. We're putting good
Rib's
pressure
gonna
on
have to
right now.
scram. And opening fire back on that Logi boat, and I think he's going to have to reload.
I'm left to defense
Been
here
able to
with
just
like 4 or
barely
5
get out of it
guys.
at the
Keep
moment.
that in mind.
The boat is not out of harm's way just yet. 50 cals turning around to try to open fire and distract them. How is this AA not killing anything? This is remarkable. Such a fumble.
Umabot dito sa ano compound na to, yung orange. Yun, umabot. Tara, tara, tara.
Yeah, we got another Vic over here.
I don't know what
Yeah.
language that is. It feels like it's I'm guessing Indonesian. I don't know. For some reason it feels like Indonesian. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. I'm feeling like that.
Alright, we need more bodies. on water, so if we can
Indonesian.
take it.
Let me hear it one more time, maybe. KT with the star.
We are taking light contact.
Indonesia, maybe Malaysia.
We're all aware.
It doesn't really sound like
3.5
Malaysian though.
minutes.
I don't know.
We're
I
already-
know Timpat Larangan Majulah Singapura. I know if you actually speak Malaysian, I just said like off limits or protected area, and then like what, like long live Singapore or something. Like it makes no sense. But that's my Singaporean high school
We're
life
trying to cap water.
still existing a little bit in my brain. Majulah Singapura and Timpat Larangan. Larangan? Yeah, Larangan.
Fuck it, I'm gonna take a tank.
All right,
over
I'm
there.
sorry if you're
Water.
Malaysian or
Oh, never mind,
Singaporean.
sorry.
Sorry, I just butchered that. But those red signs all over Singapore in like actual military areas.
Let's put this up.
That's where I'm getting it
Radio
from.
mark here.
Rick's coming up the backside of the hill, and he actually was able to knock out Uncrowned Rose. And was he AT? He was a hat kid, and he took out the Tomat feed. That is a huge play by Rick's. Well done. And you know what? We might have a double neutral. Water storage, blue 2, 7, and 11. They've set up fobs and rallies, and they're actually
2
pushing
minutes
on
for
water
an
storage
RE
right now.
strike. You drop me a tag request, I'll
We're
drop
going
it.
to skip
Danger
off of
close
the
to your
fights
guys'
down at
east.
Shipyard, because this could completely change the game. It's 143 tickets for the VDV, 238 for the
If they have a
Americans.
habit,
This
shit
is the
up here, I
capture
don't
area,
mind
this
just softening it
dome,
up.
and you can see
I'll
so
roll RE
much
through that
VDV
way.
pushing in.
While
They've
you guys
just
are
clawed
capping.
themselves back into the game. Magnus, Magpie, and Dirt Surf 808. They are just
Start to-
the
start the
only ones to
timer
first
over anyways. I got a minute and a
contest
half.
this point. Now you also have Caligos
So
on as
yeah,
well.
If you give me in like 30 seconds, you give me a tag request right here. I'll just roll RE
But off the
through
left side of our screen,
northeast.
we have a nice little line of infantry reinforcements from
On shipping.
the Americans.
There's so many guys, bro.
There's so many guys, bro. Good one tap to knock out one. Medic able to save his buddies and dish it out. Marksman coming up as well.
They're close. I need a
Missile
bandage.
suppress shots. Medic gonna bandage himself.
Magpie,
Magpie laying into it, and he's got a nice flank. Knocks out 9 and
Dude, I
Canadian. This little two-man fire team. Oh, Magnus bleeds out. Not quick enough. Delsky, he has the advantage because Magpie. Oh, he's gonna pull out his rifle, or not rifle, his pistol, and he's able to do it. Little John Wick with the pistol.
Right now, you'd be good. Oh, you died. Shit, I was
Magpie
over there.
might have just saved it for his team here.
We're engaging an enemy tank.
Water storage is
It's
still
on
being
in
secured,
11.52. It's hit
and
once or so.
VDV able to keep the Americans stuck on the hills because they're not able to push into water storage
You guys-
proper.
you guys get
So
indoors?
incredible if they can actually pull this off, the VDV, but they still need to watch this flank. Magnus is up and he's healing himself since he is a medic. Jared C5, Screwball McGee on the backside next to him as well. Magnus nearly full health, and this flank still can do it. You have a couple guys on the outside, Scrap and a Sad Salad, also able to sneak on in for the VDV and get those bodies on the cap. The cap has stalled at 10% capped because we now have Spuddy, Kaligos, and Vula, Grizzly, and Sark Plug.
Tank is destroyed.
Tank is destroyed. Hold on a second. Did they actually do that?
Losing shipping.
That's impossible.
DJ Paraplegic actually just hits a set of mines by Gragor. As I was looking for that tank, not sure where the tank went. Looks like nor here, but you have, wow. You know what? The VDV might be able to do this. VDV have been able to set up a sneaky hilltop fob, and you can see the AT or the Cornet, which is an ATGM center for your screen, as the hip is going to take off after dropping ammo. VDV has lost their foothold on water storage, and they have also lost the radio on Shipyard East, and just about to secure water storage when, here you go, Red 6 that were on the cliffs and were harassed earlier by Nyx. Well, Nyx's squad, or not Nyx's squad, Red 6's squad, they're now pushing in, and they're on this radio. They're digging down the attack fob, and that might be it. 106 tickets to 190. Infantry for the VDV are just getting picked apart on the point, and it is fully being capped back now by the Americans. Americans additionally able to overwhelm the fob on the eastern side, but hold on, this is enemy or friendly artillery for the VDV trying to clear out the infantry pushing in.
Hey, all available spawns on defense, please. Thank you.
All available spawns on
Let's
defense.
Stick those radios down over there.
And this is why.
See if we can't burn them up. We're here shipping.
Infantry are able to spawn in. The HAB just got back from being overrun, so all available spawns on infantry or on defense, and they first need to deal.
There's 3 of them up there at least. There's 3 of them up there.
They first need to deal with this American fire team that is stuck in the top side of the eastern storage or the eastern shipyard factory. Now they have 4.
Okay, I'm gonna send some cheese down there.
Artillery landing right in the middle of the forest, and I don't think that's going to do much, unfortunately. A lot of infantry have pushed out of the forest. It's going to knock out, looks like maybe they got 2 or 3. And the real issue is the infantry in the defensive point, not actually right outside of it.
Need all available bodies. Any available bodies. I need back to defense, please.
So, Delsky has fallen back, and they're digging down the radio due to command's request. Newt and Cowboy off on the east side trying to just remove the map control that they've been able to have for pretty much the entire match, the Americans. And it is all hands on deck. This map is huge, massive map. I think it's the largest map in squad, but it's all going to come down to a fight in this block here. 74 tickets to 174 tickets. And even an artillery barrage isn't going to do much. Infantry are able to cap back with all the spawns here. So you have Sir Guide, the Mike Knight, Mean, Metal, Fish, Snapd, Delta, and Kingbreaker. So nearly a full squad of Americans still on the capture area. Remember, this is this rectangular prism, which is the capture area. And they are on the point as well as still pushing into the point from the western side. And they also have a fob to keep spawning in. This is the very important question, though. Will it be worth it for the VDV to have so many people off the point
to have any hope here.
Yeah, good command chat. Gonna have to play it really conservatively, and yes, they
Come
are
down
going
into
to.
shipping East.
But is it worth going to have so many people off the point? Because there you go, infantry have actually been mopped up by 10, red 10 with a 50 cal Mat V way in the hills, and this group, I think they're going to lose a Logi as well. They just lost a Logi. Those are tickets you can't lose. And so just here on a squad that had done so well to knock down enemy. Oh, they dug down. No, it's a disaster. Blue 3, they dug down the toe fob. I don't agree with that at all. The toe fob would have been used to help pretty much control the whole map, and in the call for removing the fobs, they decided to dig that one down as well. The only one I would argue that was almost impossible to dig or to lose due to its location, and instead the VDV are pretty much just gifting the Americans the south side, and well, you see 29 tickets to 155. There's no way the Americans can actually lose 155 tickets on this point with how they're playing right now. Hey, have I seen it happen? Yes. Is it going to happen in this game? No. GG's, I think, is going to have to be called because the map control is not there. That is so disappointing. I thought the VDV had it. If they just stuck to their guns on the south side and then turtled here, they definitely would have had it. But trying to pull out and just lose multiple Logis, multiple infantry. Really unfortunate in for the VDV when they were just about to have a really nice... I wouldn't necessarily call it a comeback, but I think they could get down to about 30 or 40 tickets and make it a really tense game.
You up, man.
Thanks, man.
Really, this entire game, when you think about the initial rollout and map presence at the start, this KT squad able to do so much early on with these two Mat Vs. And, you know, if the AA vehicle on the north side was actually able to kill this Logi boat, that's the game. That is the game. Right here, this radio was built by the Logi rib boat that evaded AA fire. The AA Vic was finally in a position to just kill 3 boats in one go. And I'm not saying it's the AA Vic's fault at all to lose this game. It's a team effort to lose games in squad. But that one moment could have completely shifted the entire momentum for the Americans. Americans have been on the front foot the entire game, and that would have put them on the back foot, losing water storage and then not having an attack fob. 24 tickets to 147. They're still trying to slug it out and actually doing well to clear out the buildings.
There's a guy on the top. Where?
Oh, and they come around the backside.
Oh, Rob.
PKP opening up as well, and a lot of rounds just hitting metal. Rifle tumbles down the stairs, and now it's a 2-on-1. Bandage going out for the Russians.
Get us funded out from you.
Now 2-on-2.
Yeah, there's a couple of them beneath you guys.
Very fucking careful.
Tries to hit an RPG frag round from the top deck to explode, knock out infantry, but he just min-armed it.
They're all downstairs. There's one guy downstairs staring at the stairs.
Yeah, they're watching. They're staring at the stairs.
PKP gets what was coming to him. Screwball McGee. And he's not able to stay up. 15 tickets left. And if anything, you want to be able to at least kick the Americans out of your objective to finish the game off. You know, end it on a high note, saying, "Hey, at least we won these firefights."
Still just staring at the steps. 2 of them. At least one's coming up. It looks like 2 coming up. Looks like. Or moving out from their doorway. I can't really tell if they're coming up.
Quizzy coming around
Yeah, just don't go down the
outside,
stairs.
knocks
There's
out
at least
9.
2 or 3 watching the stairs.
And looks like Sly 6 and Sir Guide do trade.
You killed him, I guess.
Okay.
One coming up.
Absolute bloodbath outside the warehouse. Looks up at the stairs and sees one. Now he hears the bandage in the door right ahead of him now. And I believe he's a GL. GP25 could be used to clear it out if he elects to use it.
Well, motors are about to be up. They're using the...
And he elects to go full auto. And he does.
Kill them all.
With a little, haha, kill them all. Hey, you'll take that trade. Warframe just mops up the rest of the Americans on the point, and they have resecured all storage areas. Now, is this going to win them the game? No, but that is a very important moral victory you need in order to move on to the next point, or next map, and be happy with yourselves. So, good job there,
Yeah, they just
Warframe.
beat us water supply. There was no recovering there.
Ooh, GL actually knocks out 2 KT. Kumu and Stevie D go down. 6 tickets left, and they were able to knock out about the same amount of tickets. I mean, it was what, 74 to 174 tickets, and very quickly losing the FOB vehicles and infantry up on the south side on the hills. The Russians lost maybe 60 tickets or 50 tickets really quickly. If they had not lost that FOB, once again, it'd be like a 50 ticket game instead of a 100 ticket game.
Oh wow.
At the end of it, though, Americans, once they got the lead, they never looked back. That forward push on the shipyard, just able to do way too much. And 111 tickets to 0. You can see infantry losses, 182 deaths for the VDV, 110 for the Americans. Lost 1 radio, the VDV, lost 1 radio, the Americans as well, and then 100 tickets of vehicle losses to 85 tickets of vehicle losses. So the Matt V ticket pinatas do not happen, and Americans win it on Scorpo. GG's.